One of the first things we learn about biology in school is that all animal species can be neatly categorised as one of three things: a herbivore, an omnivore, or a carnivore. But what most people don't realise is that each of those classifications have subcategories, and that's what this mini video series is dedicated to educating about. For this, we're going to be going from the most meat-heavy diets to the least, so today we're going to be talking about hypercarnivores. A hypercarnivore, also known as an obligate carnivore, is an animal whose diet consists of at least 70% meat, often more. Hypercarnivores are animals that are dependent on meat. The nutrients they need to survive can only be found in the flesh of other animals. And sometimes, consuming plant matter can actually make these species ill, as their bodies aren't designed to digest it. Which isn't to say that hypercarnivores never eat plants, they sometimes will, and actually an animal's diet can consist of up to 30% plant matter and still be classified as hypercarnivorous. That being said though, there are some species of hypercarnivore who really do eat nothing but other animals. And so, for a species to be a hypercarnivore, they must be an apex predator, right? Well, not really. Actually, a lot of hypercarnivores are pretty low in the food chain, with a lot of natural predators. One good example of this are spiders. Their diet consists entirely of other insects, but they themselves are a vital food source for a wide range of other species. And that applies to quite a lot of other species of hypercarnivore. In fact, some hypercarnivores aren't even predators at all. Vultures, for example, feed exclusively on the flesh of other animals, but they don't hunt for themselves. They're scavengers, finding the carcasses of other animals that have either passed away of natural causes, or remains that have been left behind by predators. It would be pretty much impossible to list every single species that falls into the classification of being a hypercarnivore in this video, but I would like to give some more examples in addition to the ones I've already mentioned. There are the obvious ones: polar bears, birds of prey, alligators and crocodiles, sharks, mantises, dolphins and snakes, as well as all species of cat, including domestic moggies. But then there are some that you might not expect, such as starfish, scorpions, octopuses, and even the adorable little shrike. When it comes to obligate carnivores, there are some species that you really wouldn't expect to fall into it that do, but there are also some that you might assume are hypercarnivores that actually aren't. But I'll save that for a future video about facultative carnivores. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it and learned something new. If you did, please hit the like button and leave a comment letting me know what your favourite species of hypercarnivore is. And of course, if you're not subscribed to the channel, then you totally should. All of those things really help to support our channel and, by extension, our sanctuary and the work we do rescuing animals in need and sharing education. So to anyone who does do any of those things, then thank you.